Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a good start to their morning. I have a really, stringent morning routine that I stick by and don't really waver from too much. But this morning I decided to take a little bit of time and just kind of rest and be still. And as I was sitting there, a thought came to my mind about just our dreams, our desires, our hopes, our aspirations, and the things that we're doing. And what came to my mind is basically this. I think that too many times we overcomplicate what we know that we're called to do. And what I mean by that is you know that you're called to share your voice with the world, right? You know that. It's not by accident that God laid it on your spirit. It's not by accident that you think about it or dream about it. It's not by accident that you have a certain level of expertise or knowledge. It's not by accident that people come to you and ask you questions about a particular topic. It's not by accident that you maybe went to school for something and learned something else. It's not by accident that you have your certifications. None of it's by accident, right? Even the word says God works everything out together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. Now, here's the thing. When we try to overcomplicate it, right? We start telling ourselves, well, what would so-and-so think? Or, look at what so-and-so is doing. They're doing so much better than me. Or there's already, somebody doing the same thing. When we overcomplicate it, we talk ourselves off of a ledge and basically sell ourselves short, which isn't fair, right? God, here's the thing. I know that going after your goals is complex. I know that it requires a lot of sacrifice. I know that it requires a lot of work. But if we don't show up for our goals, who will? Right? And here's the cool thing. One of my favorite quotes is by MLK, and it says, faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. So there's plenty of times we don't see the next step, but God will illuminate each additional step that we need to take as we go on it. So let me ask you a question. When you think of your big dream, your big vision, the things that you're passionate about, the things that you desire to do, what do you feel about it? Do you feel like you're called to do it? Do you feel like you're not good enough? Do you feel like you're not worthy? And if we're being honest, most people would say, I feel unworthy, or I feel not qualified, or I feel not called. These are common things that we feel or allow ourselves to believe when we're setting out and blazing a new trail, right? But let me ask you another question. When did you decide that you weren't called or qualified or good enough? When did you decide that? And then I want you to think about, why did you decide that? Is that somebody else's belief about you? Is it some choice you made? Is that a previous experience you had? Why did you decide that you weren't called or qualified, or that this is, just not something you're supposed to do? Why did you decide that? And then I want you to take a moment and I want you to ask yourself, what do you need to be able to push past that? What do you need to be able to push past that? Because here's the thing. As long as we stay up here, I always tell you guys this, right? Our thoughts our life is a reflection of our thoughts. So as long as our thoughts are negative, our life will always manifest and reflect those as well. So we have to be willing to shift our thoughts if we want to shift our life. And I'm not going to say it's easy, right? Research says we have somewhere between 60 and 80,000 thoughts a day. And the 80% of them are negative and 90% of them are repetitive. So basically, we're on this hamster wheel going fast, but going nowhere quick with negative thinking. But let me ask you, if you were able to shift some of your beliefs and your thoughts about what you felt like you were qualified for, or called to do, or here for, how would life shift? How would life change? Allow yourself to take a moment and visualize that. If you showed up for your dreams and the things that you desire unapologetically, confidently, if you showed up like that, how would your life be different? How would it shift? How would it change? Being real, it would change tremendously. This is why I say we have to stop putting ourselves and our goals and our dreams and our hopes and our desires on the back burner because we're scared of what so-and-so thinks, or we're scared that we're not good enough, like somebody else. Or we're scared that we're not called or qualified, or we're scared that we're different, or we're scared that we heard something wrong, like maybe God didn't really tell us that. You have to stop selling yourself short, because not only are you selling yourself short, you're selling the world short as well. So I want to encourage you this morning to just take some time to process that, right? Because what you believe about yourself is what you're going to receive about yourself. If you believe you're not called and you're not worthy, that's as long as you'll attract opportunities that align with that belief. But as soon as you remind yourself of your big value, of the bigger picture of what you do deserve, and deep down you know it's what you desire, the floodgates begin to open up, right? Opportunities begin to open up, changes begin to come. So I want you to really take some time this morning and just journal through that. Allow yourself to identify. I'm going to challenge you to write down 10 reasons you are worthy of what you desire to accomplish. 10 reasons that you are worthy to go after what you know you're called to do. 10 reasons why you are called and qualified. I want you to write these things down. I want you to remind yourself. I always say, like, gas yourself up. We got to learn to be our own biggest cheerleader. If we're on the end, if we're on the outside rooting ourselves down, telling ourselves, well, we can't do something, why would anybody else cheer you on? Be your own cheerleader. Gas yourself up. Talk yourself up. Let yourself know you are beyond capable of what you deserve and desire. So just wanted to come in and share that this morning, because we all need a little bit of extra motivation. We all need a little bit of extra push, and we all need to know that our goals matter. And I'm here to tell you, you deserve it. Your goals matter. Your voice matters. This is your chance. There's no better time to start committing to your future, doing today what your future self will thank you for. So join me on this journaling activity this morning and really process it. And I hope that you all have an absolutely amazing day.